Boom, baby. It's the Mimi Show. Y hoy estamos hablando con Gia de allá de Costa Rica. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do it in Spanish.
I was about to be like, all right, let's go. I'm down. Vamos.
No,
Ponme también.
we're gonna do it in English. We'll get you some subtitles en español. This is the Mimi Show, always brought to you with the love and support of Los Skunky Products and JB Media Productions. Stay skunky and get your vision, turn it into reality. I miss you.
I miss you too. It's been a
I'm
long
so happy to
time.
see you. I'm like, let me wait to get on camera before I start loving on you. Oh,
Yeah, virtual hugs.
hugs.
Yeah.
I want to start with by asking you about, well, catch me up. What's happened since you left? You're not, I know I miss you. I miss seeing you at events. Every time I saw you, it's always such a good feeling, and sometimes just being around you, I get like the air of like, you ever cry from happy?
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah.
know all your business, but I feel like I said that when we were texting, I'm like, you bring me joy. You bring
You
me
bring me
joy.
joy. Are you kidding me? Yeah. I
So
I
thank
always
you.
get the good vibes from you. You always have like
That's right.
all
That's
that
right.
positive energy. Always creating all the content, all this stuff. You be
That's
doing
right.
it.
That's
Let's
right.
go.
I'm having a good time. I'm having a great time. Tell me about your music. Did you bring your guitar? Are you gonna bless
Oh,
us with una cancioncita con un toncito?
I got my guitar right here. I always have it like
That
literally right here.
that's right. That's right. You're gonna bless us
Yeah.
con un soncito. Me va a poner a bailar
Let's
un
go.
cantito aquí.
Un poquito ahí vamos.
Seguro que sí, un
Vamos,
poquito,
vamos,
mucho.
vamos, definitivamente.
Uh, ¿qué has hecho? What have you been up to? You're on TV.
Well, I didn't make it on the show.
No, but we're still on TV.
Yeah, I was. It was a whole thing. Yeah, it was a really good time. I got to audition for this awesome show. My friend sent me this one friend I met out here. She sent me a like a little bit of a like this I just like the link. She's like, yo, they're doing auditions for the show. You want to do it? And I was like, I've never done anything like that before. I'm like, let's go. I'm like,
That's
I wanted to
right.
try it out real bad. It was something I always really wanted to do. It was like, it's kind of crazy how I even ended up there in the first place. It was so random. It was so random,
You
dude.
never tried like American Idol here when they did all those cattle calls? No,
Nah,
no.
I always wanted to, but I like okay. I wanted to like 10 years ago, real bad. Well, not 10 years ago, like 7 years ago. But
Mm.
I had this partner back in the day that was like, I mean, she didn't mean it like in the like mean kind of way, but
That's what I was gonna
like
say. Was she being mean?
no, she wasn't being mean. It was just like she knows like I'm very like anti-culture, like like
You want
not
to create
anti-culture
it, not be assimilated into it. I got you, baby.
exactly. And so basically what we ended up doing was like yeah, so she was like so as soon as I told her I want to do like I wanted to be on this show, but I want to try being on one of those singing shows. She just started laughing like really hard. And I was like, I really wanted to do
Is
it.
this
And
funny,
so
bitch? Right.
yeah, I know. I was like, oh yeah. So then I ended up like just kind of being a little bit unmotivated to do it for like 7 years. So
People are we gotta watch ourselves. We're very powerful, and then if it's a friend or someone you love, and did she like not did she not realize that you were being serious, or did she say anything
yeah,
else? Like, what was the reaction?
I mean I spoke up to I was I said, hey,
Fucking
we
right.
I was just like, I really wanted to do this,
Yeah.
and she apologized for that too. But it was really unmotivated. I felt like really like I
How long
it's
have you
like
been playing guitar? Because that shit is hard. I have one.
I've been playing guitar for like 2 months. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I've been playing for about 20 years.
It takes hand-eye coordination. I guess I don't have it.
No, you got it. Come on. Are you kidding me?
I've tried so many
What?
instruments. It's like I can't play and sing at the same time. Like I
It
can
takes a
do
little
one
bit.
or the other. I'm like, I can't chew gum and walk or something. I can't.
I was doing. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I
Mm.
started singing and playing like guitar like roughly about 10 years ago now, and
Yeah.
I just started doing it for me. The only people I ever played for were my cats. You know, my cats, and then Instagram, like
Yeah,
my little
yeah,
like
get your
1 minute clips.
audience. That's
Yeah, well, I
right.
mean, I wasn't doing it like that. I was
But it's
doing
your
it more like,
audience. It's your kitties and their
yeah,
Instagram.
my
It's an audience.
that's true. That's true. It was it was an interesting like exploration of self, because like I allowed myself to be very vulnerable. Like, it's very it's one of those things where like, I always said it. It's like I'm doing this just for me. Like that's literally it. Like nobody, like I'm not doing this for people that are like that, like, I don't want to do this to like
That's
for
art.
fame, or like,
It
yeah,
has
just
to
I
be for you.
yeah.
It has to be
And
for
that
you, or it's not a. It's not a. I think if it's not for you, it's not for your soul.
yeah, yeah. and
And art is supposed to be healing, and it's supposed to
yeah.
be building and creating and expressing. It's not supposed to be. I don't think art's meant to be. I honestly don't think art's meant to be completely liked, because it's like nobody's business. At some point, it's
Nobody's
like
business.
it's not your business. I felt this way, and this is what I
It's like,
put out.
yeah,
But if
whatever.
you like it, good.
Are you
If
a
you don't,
Scorpio?
no, I'm a Libra. I'm close. You're
Oh,
close.
all right, bet. Yeah, no, I'm a Scorpio, because I was like, I was asking, I'm like, it's not, it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna express myself, whatever. I don't care. Thank you. I don't.
Yeah,
It's fine.
you don't need to get it. I felt what I felt.
Yeah,
I did what I did. I said what I said, and I said it. And I just so
I
happen to have a public vein to put it in, which it helps feed the expression. It's like almost uh do you want to share into it with me? Because if not, then just move on. If you want to relate.
yeah, no, I completely agree. It's something that I got my favorite reaction that I've ever. What's your favorite reaction you've ever gotten hearing music,
No,
actually?
go ahead. You.
Oh,
It's your
okay,
it's your
okay.
day. You're the
Oh,
star. What was your favorite reaction? What happened? What happened?
uh,
Tell me.
well, the when I was it was one of the, so I've only performed a few times live, like still like I'm around 10ish, like now, and like one of the best reactions I ever got. I played "Creep" by Radiohead,
Yeah.
and this like
Folks
fully
love that
grown.
song.
Oh,
Folks love that song.
oh yeah, yo. It's a good one. And but I play it a little different. I don't play it how. That's the thing though. It's like that's the
Do
thing
it.
that even.
Do it.
Oh, what? Oh, do it. Okay, I'll play it a little bit. Oh, it's like,
But go ahead. Go
so
ahead.
like
Go ahead. You were saying the
this
story.
this like fully grown like 50-year-old guy, like, came up to me, and he was like, like at a bar, like he just came up to me. He's like, you made me cry. And I was like, not like you made me tear up, not like, he's like, you straight up made me
But yeah, that's what
cry.
you do though.
Ah.
That's what I'm saying. Like you emanate. Yeah. Which is great, because then when you make music, it's not just words. You already attaching it to what it is that you're exuding, and an emotion that comes out of your body. And that's what you do. You make the cry. You make the cry. I gave you huggies, and I just would feel the feeling. Yeah.
Oh, you make the.
Yeah.
Yeah, you too. You have this positive energy, it's just like beaming joy and peace and love and
I'm
everything.
excited to be alive right now and to have a reason to live that makes me happy.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Because this world is sometimes insane, and it's too much. But then you bring it back home and get small and see what your world looks like. And my world has people like you in it, and people like my homegirl Candy, who's kind to me, and my homegirl Livia, and C-pop, and and I bring it home, you know, and that's
Yeah.
that's that's world. That's where your thoughts and those gears should stay, instead of in those big things that you cannot solve, and you know what I'm saying. So that's why I think I keep my spirit, is because I try to keep pure by, I think they call it grounding. Is it the grounding? Yeah, yeah,
It's that
yeah.
grounding, that be
Yeah.
here now.
I'll tell you a nasty experience I had. I performed and this man licked my hand.
What?
I walked off the. It was when I was doing stand up comedy, trying to get rid of the stage fright because I had stage
Oh
fright really bad.
yeah, I remember you were doing that. That's yeah. You've
So I
done a
did that
lot of
stand up.
stuff.
This
Wow.
man, you know how gentlemen help you come off the stage. Sometimes they offer you a hand. That man offered me
Mhm.
his paw. I gave him my hand thinking he was gonna be a gentleman, and he went and he
Where
licked my hand.
punya?
That was so gross, and nobody helped, and nobody said anything, and I was just like,
Oh
no,
hell no.
no,
Uh-uh.
no, no. It was so
No.
gross, and it was like right before COVID, like right
Oh.
before. So then
Patient
once it
zero
hit,
right there. No,
like two
cat,
days
that cat,
later,
no,
I'm like,
no, man. He's the
did this
super,
have
the
to?
original
Should
super
I get me
spreader, yo.
checked just from getting licked? Yeah, that was
No.
see that's a weird reaction, and I don't want to attract that, but I did,
Mhm.
but I did. So, ooh, now remember
Interesting.
again. From then on, I get off a stage by myself. I get on stage by myself. I'm not gonna ask for help. I got it.
Mm, Yeah,
I got it.
you gotta do it. You gotta do it yourself. You're putting yourself out there too, so it's like you gotta
I had the
own
best
every
stage
second
fright,
of it.
Gia. Yeah, I had the best stage fright and I used to shake. So the stand up helped me to get rid of it so that I could do this and so that I could do the performing on stage, my music, you know. Another reason why I don't care if people like my stuff is because some of this stuff is stories that are not even mine. Like
Mm.
I have a song about it's a country song about two women and a man, and he says I'm used to you and she's used to me, and we're used to being three. She has my heart and you have my mind, and I know that I can't have it all, but
A
for now we're
throuple,
used to
yo.
being three.
Let's
See,
go.
not my story, but it was his story. Rest in peace. And that's why I feel like some some opinions on our creations, they really don't matter, if not all. They don't matter. You
Yeah,
got to just do you. You do you,
I
and you know who you are.
that's very like Rick Rubin esque. He says a lot of stuff like that. Like he says a lot of he always talks about how like artists make art for the artists, and then
Hmm.
the crowd, the people that are looking for you are gonna find you. And
Hmm.
that's the people you want in the end, ultimately,
Yeah,
because those are the people that are gonna be that are in alignment with you, that are the
yeah,
ones that are going to associate the most and are going to give you the most emotion back. Because I mean, especially when you're performing, it's like it's such a like give and take, so
yeah.
it's like even
Yes, the
that's like a
energy.
yeah, yo. I'm like every single time I see anybody, I'm like, "Ooh, let's go!" Like,
It does something. It
it
does.
helps
It does
performers a
help.
lot. It
Yeah,
does.
you got.
It
Do you think the fact that because I saw it in comedy, but those 2 years or so that people were inside, I think it made people more viewers than reactors because we were so long on the phone where people couldn't see you laughing. If you laughed, they couldn't see you. If you like, you just hit a button. You don't have to say, "Oh man, I really like this," or "Ha." So when I went to the comedy shows afterwards, it felt kind of weird because it's like people didn't have permission to laugh. I'm like, I was like, they can laugh, but they're used to
everybody has
already,
yeah.
they were used to the computer and the phone and
It's that
not
shell shock.
reacting.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is happening? That we got to get out
The
of
the the
this.
the the like the
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. But this is
uh
a real life funny in your face and you find it funny. You can't, you actually have to express it. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to woo. It's okay to express. It's okay to I had a guy I have a bad habit when I do find things funny and I'm out in the comedy club. I have a bad habit of like clapping and going, smacking my leg and laughing. Like I'm like,
yeah, I mean that's
he
the
this
human
guy put my hand
reaction.
down. Yeah, he put my hand on. He's like, you don't got to do that. I'm like, well,
What?
you're never getting another date.
Yeah, what? No way. Trying to like block your shine.
Like
No,
just like,
don't
yeah,
do
I
that.
was enjoying the moment. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-mm.
I give permission to myself, and I think we all need to give permission to ourselves to react. It's okay to
Yeah,
have an expression.
yeah.
A
I
lot of thinking, maybe there's maybe more thinking before you react. Maybe that, that's a thing, but isn't that just authentic?
Yeah, I mean, I always say this is something I started saying recently was the your ability to being creative is not just the ability to create art, but it's also the ability to experience it. And the more creative you are, the wider range of art that you can experience and the wider range of reaction that you can have to it, because you can see it from all of these different perspectives. It's like a puzzle and your mind's the other piece, and it's like and the more creative you are, the more pieces your mind can fit into, and like I get it, and like you can like fit within the medium
You
of
get to
expression.
create your experience, your human experience by
Exactly.
making art. You're making life happen, and you get
Yes.
to choose your feelings. And isn't it powerful though? That's powerful. I think that's powerful.
Yeah,
I can
I
see it. I
mean,
can see it as a big power of ourselves. A personal thing. This is your power. Uh, do you? I wanted to talk with you a little bit. The topic just came in my phone this morning, and I'm like, well, maybe I could talk with Gia about it. About emotional availability, since we're talking also about
oh,
expressing. Uh, it's a new concept for me. I didn't know
hmm,
the term because now that we have the phone all the time, I'm learning all these new words like toxic
yeah.
and emotional unavailable, and all these new things. What do you consider yourself an emotionally available person? Because I feel you are.
Nowadays, I am. It depends on where you're at. I mean,
Mm,
hopefully, in an ideal state, people are emotionally available from the like all the time, because it's like ideal situations. But like, or even like you can surpass your situations and always be emotionally available. And then it's like, but the
that
level to
part.
which, yeah, but the level to which people are emotionally available, it depends on the sometimes, I mean, like I said, ideally, you can exist outside of that.
Ideally, yeah,
But it's like, life happens, it's like, I mean, I've had moments where I'm on like emotionally unavailable in the sense of like I can't do this right now,
can't
it's like,
fathom. Hmm.
and you have to be okay with also putting up those boundaries, and like,
Mm.
and it's really, and how people react to the boundaries says more about them than it does about you. But expressing your boundaries, you
Oh,
always have the right to be able to
well,
to say that, because it's like, a friendship ultimately starts and ends with boundaries and your
yeah,
abilities to not just respect theirs but also express yours, because you have to
right.
feel safe enough to be able to express yours. That's really important. And like, and that only feeds, that does like a feedback loop, and it just like, it creates this
Yeah,
like beautiful kind of like,
connection. Yeah,
yeah,
it's an
and
honest
it's,
connection because you're seeing each other's boundaries, and
yes,
I still love you. And so
yes,
I'm gonna love you more when you're ready for more love, and I'll be here waiting when you want less. And that
and
it's all balance, freaking balance. Uh,
yeah, I agree. It's one of those things. Like, I mean, even like before I left LA, there's some stuff I was still emotionally available to have fun and be like, and like, doing like slow talks and doing stuff like that, and like
yeah,
doing all that sort of stuff, because it's like, that's also like a persona. It's like there's a
that's
certain
right.
amount of that. It's like a lot of performing too. It's like in the sense of
Hmm.
like, but at the same time, I feel like my version of performing was like I have this lid and I just like, and I'm like, yo, let's go. I'm like, it's just, I'm just like, I'm doing my
Yeah,
thing. I'm like, yo, let's go. Let's do a slow time. So it's
yeah.
like,
You create the moment, and they have to come into your energy. That's why I like doing what I do. One of the reasons is it also avails me to control, to be in control of the moment, because as a creator you understand that you're creating that moment, and your energy says, and you say what happens, and so then the
mhm,
people come into my world, and that makes me feel safe. My
yes.
being able to create that persona. So even like a second ago, or a few minutes ago, when I was in bed, that I feel like is the meest me. that I can be, like all like crusty eyed and whatever, you know. But then when I have to, right, clackety clackety clack. But when I go to perform, it's like a switch that I turn on
Yeah.
to go ahead and make the moment. Let's talk about licking booty holes. That's right. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. You have
That's
the
what the
best
song's
lyrics. Come
about.
on.
Woo woo. So,
Best lyrics ever. Let's go.
no inhibitions. That's what we're doing. Uh, but it's still, I don't feel like that's the me that my friends deal with, you know.
Hmm.
That's not the me
Deal with.
that yeah,
I think
deal with. Yeah, I want to say deal. Go ahead, say.
I think friends don't deal with anybody, to be honest. They
Okay. Talk,
like I said, it's
teach
like
me.
it's all about boundaries, right? So it's like
Yeah,
if they were not comfortable with who you are,
yeah.
then they would express that to some level. And if they wouldn't be like surrounding themselves with people they don't always feel comfortable with. So I don't think anybody's dealing with anybody. If they're choosing to be with you or like around you and hang out with you and be around that, they're choosing that. It's like it's always all love. Like,
That's why I
it's
love my
like,
friends. Yeah, because I know
yes,
it's a choice. It's a
yes.
choice, and I talked about that in this other podcast I was in. I was like, well, I want to be able to, when I'm making a friendship, to show the darkness, and
Mm.
for them to be like, well, I still love you. I
Yes.
see your dark side. I see the things that you're working on that you might not feel so great at. I see them. So what? Either I
I,
help you or I'm there while you're figuring it out. Whatever it is, I'm here. And that's my friends to me. Like, see
yeah,
my
I
dark
mean
side
the
and still love me.
yeah, I mean there's it's it's one of those things where like, and sometimes people are not like, and sometimes people are also uncomfortable by that, but it's like that's their boundaries too. And that's where we come in, even regardless of how we feel, how we want them to
Hmm.
feel around us in those especially in those dark times, that we have
Right.
to also be like, I love you as a friend so much, and I really want you to to also feel comfortable, because you have the right to feel comfortable regardless
Right.
of how where I'm at too.
Right.
And it's
And if
like,
you're not in the time to talk to me right now, then that's fine.
and that's
I'm here.
okay.
Like, I'm here.
And that's
I'm just here when you're
okay.
ready. Yeah.
Yes. There
Yeah.
there's there's times where I've said that to people like that, and they thought they're like not they don't want to do anything with me. I'm just gonna like,
The 0 to 100 folk.
yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and and that's okay too.
You
It's
call
like
it the gray
I'm
area. Some people call it like that we have to do more of gray living, like in the middle. Everything doesn't have to be a yes or a no. There could be the center where all possibilities exist.
it's all shades of gray.
So yeah.
It's all shades of gray.
What besides the music and having been on the show for a little bit there and done your thing, what else have you been up to? What are the pictures looking like in Costa Rica? You taking pictures, people in the
Oh,
forest, what's happening?
I
Right?
did go.
I'm
I've only
coming. I
gone
want to
out
come.
one day. Yo, you should absolutely. It's a lot of fun out here. It's beautiful. It's like, I mean, I can't even begin to describe it. I always tell people. I mean, also said this about Hawaii as well, but like, um, the I'm like, you think you know the color green, and then you come here.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Mhm.
And as you say that, like my brain starts trying to figure out all the leaves and trying to think of. I love the picture that you sent. The picture that you sent.
That's actually the so far I've only gone taking pictures one time, and that's the one time I went. I went to a butterfly space. I also took some pictures of like hummingbirds and stuff like that, and like it's beautiful out here. Like
That's
there's
beautiful because
a
your picture taking eye is amazing. Like I don't know. I'm not a photographer, but I do see myself having an eye. But your eye in movement, it's like you make a picture move, but it's not a movie and it's not a
oh,
GIF or a GIF, but you make moving moving active pictures happen. Slow talk, I think was a great way to express that, but I think you can do that in so many other ways and places. And I don't know, it's a I ain't seen it before.
Thank you
I
very
hadn't seen
much.
anything like you before.
Oh, I haven't seen anything like you either. Me. You're very, very one of a kind.
Thank you. Thank you. I agree. I cut my
Ah,
hair.
yeah, own it. I love it. Oh my goodness, I was
Now we
gonna call it
kind
that.
of look alike now. But I cut it
Yeah,
all
yeah.
off. You remember it was all this. You know what? I'm gonna show it to you because I still have it.
No way, you still have it?
My hair. I'm gonna show you.
No way, yo, that was so much hair. I
I can't get rid of it yet. Um, it smells so good. And
oh,
I know it seems weird, like you just keeping hair, but it's not like I'm keeping hair. I'm keeping that hair, that ponytail, that there's a lot of memories in that hair. There's a lot of experiences in that hair. You know how chemically they say that any drug you've taken is in your hair, anything you've eaten is in your hair. Like they can know anything about you DNA wise with your hair.
well, it's kind of like a tree, right? And all the rings.
Yeah, yeah. And the Play-Doh, you know, when you squeeze out the Play-Doh, it's part
Yeah.
of you. The part of you that's you know the it's extruding out of your head.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I had to get rid of it. Yeah, I think it was time to let all that go. Not just the hair. The fact that I think I did use a little bit of it to like cover, like keep a little bit of shyness underneath. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had to get rid of that. And now that I'm trying to lose all of my fears. I'm trying to lose all of my fears. I don't think they're serving me. And taking off the hair. I know I feel like I've done things that I didn't do before with the hair. I feel like I'm expressing myself more. I can't cover myself. There's no hiding
mm.
anymore.
Mm-hmm.
There's no hiding underneath all that. And that was a lot of hair to hide under, no hiding. Do you have any safe places that you think that you've had, you know, like a how babies have the little snuggly blanket or whatever. Do you have a safe space or a safe place? Because to me, it was myself and my hair, and I can't do that. I can't be walking around wanting to express and also be my safe space. I'm that's causing anxiety. Like,
I think safe places. I feel
oh,
that.
oh, oh, wait, give me 2 seconds. Hold that thought. Give me
No
two
worries. No
seconds.
worries. No
Two
worries.
seconds. Ah, holy crap! Cats.
Oh,
You know I got two
kitties.
kitties.
Oh, hell yeah. Cats are the best.
I got two kittens. Hold
Oh,
on.
sweet babies. Let's go. I love kitties.
He pretends that he's gonna attack me every time. Okay, hold on. He pretends he's gonna attack me, and I'm like, "Oh, you got me."
Oh my
With his
goodness.
little paws. He's like little paw.
Yeah. Pop,
Okay,
pop,
now
pop.
we're good.
Look at
And we're back.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
the I think safe places. I think for me, my guitar is my safe place a lot of the time. Like that's we why um so like when I went to for the second round of auditioning, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Um I for that show I brought my guitar and every single time I warm up with my tunes, like my favorite songs. And
Hmm.
like and I'm just like I have like a set that I go through, just
That's right.
like a it just you know just warming up
Yeah.
vocal cords, not trying to
Yeah.
like destroy them with the first song, just
Yeah.
and like and the first song is one of the ones that I feel most comfortable with is Valerie by Amy Winehouse. And
Mm.
it's a really special song. And and basically the what but like I was playing all these tunes and I was playing for like 30 minutes, like 45 minutes. I'm surrounded by like, like first of all, it was like I made it to the top 100 of 1,000 people. That was pretty
That
cool.
kicks ass.
That was awesome. And
That
then
kicks ass.
and I was surrounded by like, there was like 30, 40 people at this at like in the waiting spot that I was in, right?
Mhm.
And they said, it's like warm up, do your thing, you can do whatever you want until you get inside, and then you have to like chill and just be in the audience and listen. And dude, I started playing these tunes, and this person comes up to me and they're like, "Well, aren't you confident?" And I was like, not like that, not like with an
Okay.
attitude, but they were like
Okay.
kind of saying like, "Yeah, you kind of confident playing all those songs, huh?" And I was like, "No," I'm like, "I'm doing this to kill my nerves." I'm like, "This is
Right.
my home, this is like my
Yeah,
like
I'm in
this
my
is this
comfy space. Why are you judging?
right."
Why are you
And so
judging?
and it was, but it's very much like I would say like in terms of my I bring my guitar even places I don't really need to bring it, and like nowadays at least, and it's one of those things that like I because it's like a comfort animal, like
Yep.
a
Like a
service
stuffy.
dog, or yeah,
Yeah, or a stuffed
exactly.
animal. Yeah.
And it's like it's like even if I'm just like just strumming my hands across the strings, and I feel it helps me feel relaxed, and it just like
At
grounds
home.
me. And like if I could just walk around all day with a guitar on me, like I would.
Yeah,
But
you
like,
would. Yeah.
but it's one of those things where it's like it's really not everybody's always welcoming of music all the time, and it's okay too, you know and because it's like I said, it all comes down to boundaries. And it's like, if people have boundaries and they're expressing their boundaries, then you have to be like it depends. It's how comfortable you are with respecting people's boundaries, like I said, is a reflection of where
That's
you're
what
at
shows
personally.
you. That's right.
Yes. And that's
That
you.
man.
And it
Yeah.
hmm?
That
Yeah, the
man
world.
just to be like, you're confident in a place where everyone is obviously at the mercy of what's about to happen. So like, who are you?
Mhm.
Who are you?
I think it was like, I think you kind of said it a little bit with that energy, but also kind of like I don't know. It
To
was like
make a
semi. It
statement,
was a little bit of everything. I think it was like,
like
oh,
some
if you're above
cockiness.
a little bit, he's like, aren't you cocky? But also being like, oh, okay, badass. I kind of
Yeah.
see you there. But
Yeah.
also like a little bit of like, I'm like, yeah, I could
That
have gone with
that
that.
I don't understand people doing that, saying things like that to artists, especially when they are really really good.
Oh,
Like for you to for you to come to me or say something to be a like that, and I know, like, oh, I got albums. I can write a song right now. Where's your confidence? Why are you talking to me? Like, why am I the object of your attention at the moment? And that's a disturb. Is that a disturb? Like, what is this affecting you that you have to say something about?
yeah. I think that
So,
ultimately it's one of those things where I mean,
and then we're gonna clear the energy real quick because I feel,
it's like some type of way. You yeah,
yeah,
you
I got
invited that in.
angry. I'm
You
like,
got
I
angry.
don't like that. I felt the feelings. I'm like, hold on, let me clear.
It's
This
okay.
person didn't do this to me. It didn't
You
really
know,
happen to me. It was a story that
I
was told to me.
yeah.
It's okay.
I have a story for that actually. It's a good one. I told this to a lot of people out in LA actually.
Say
Um,
it. Say it to
it,
me.
I will. So it helps with this kind of stuff and that kind of energy, and with like So one time, Buddha went to a town square, and they were preaching in the town square, and all of a sudden, this like person, they were like bitter person, starts going, "Ah, you're wrong, blah 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 blah," trying to distract the Buddha. And the Buddha kept preaching like they didn't exist. And suddenly, this like they finished preaching, and this person comes up to the Buddha and says, "Why did you ignore me? Why? I was trying to say all these points, and I'm right, and I'm valid, and you're just ignoring me, and blah 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 blah." And then the Buddha lovingly looks at the person and says, "If you were trying to give me a gift, and I chose to accept that gift, who would the gift belong to?" And the person said, "Well, if I had it and I gave it to you, it's yours now, huh?" And he goes, "Okay. And if you had a gift and you wanted to give me that gift and I chose not to receive it, who would it belong to then? And they said, well, if it was my gift, I want to give it you. It's mine now. It's still mine. Well, that anger that you had and you felt in your soul was a gift that you were trying to give me. I simply chose not to receive it.
Mm, damn. You gotta love Buddha.
Mm-hmm. It's you
That's right.
choose to receive the gifts that you allow in your life.
That's right. That's right. I want to be better with anger.
I feel that.
It gets irritating to feel it. Um and like I tell my friends, like I don't want to be an angry person because I feel like I would hit a limit that would not be legal and it'll put me in jail. So I don't want to I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to be mad. You want me happy, trust. Uh but it's just it's an emotion that's so intense to me, anger, that I feel like I don't know the control of it. Therefore, ergo, I have a fear. Ergo, I need to go on a mushroom trip and face it. So but yeah, stories like that and people like you where I don't have to worry about that feeling existing. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that the reason, like right now, let's just to bring it down to the moment, like right now, the reason why I felt it is because of the story, the story that you gave, but you didn't give the anger. I created it with my perception of what that moment would have done to me. Cause I don't even know. I can't say anything from your behalf. You see what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
gave it power. I gave that moment that passed power just now in me by reliving and feeling it because I have a fear of what that is, of what that feeling is. I'm afraid of being in that situation. I'm afraid of anger in general. Uh, I think some people think, I'm in therapy, but I've been told about that whole people pleasing thing because you
Mm.
don't want to attract anger and you don't want to be or I don't want to be what's confrontational, that I tend to, or I used to tend to be a people pleaser, and all because I always want good things, please, good all the time, just everything can be fine, there's never a problem, everything's okay. But there are things that call for you to rise and light those fires. For some reason, I'm not the person in the control of that to be able to do it. But
Mm.
I respect and I honor the people that can be like that, because that means that you are so comfortable in that sensation that you're able to express it. I have to hide it. Yeah. So like people that are like rude people or mean people, that was my perspective that I had taken for a while to be able to accept it, is they are
Hmm.
comfortable in that emotion. They can express it. I can't.
Hmm.
I can't. It's too much. But they're so comfortable with saying, I don't like this, fuck this. And yeah, let me get you when I have a problem so you can come and do that. Cause I don't want to go to jail.
You
Me
should
and
make that a song. That's a good song.
me and anger, dude.
That's a good song. I'm saying that. I see a song there. I see a
I
whole
don't
ass
want
song
to
there
go
for
to
you.
jail.
Yeah, yo.
I just want to
I mean,
feel my feelings.
it's in that moment when he said that to me, I didn't feel anger. I just took the words at face value, in the sense of like there's a really good book for that too, actually. I highly recommend. It's a classic. A lot of people have read it. Highly recommend it. It's called The Four Agreements,
Hmm,
and
I
it's
have
kind of like
not
a
read that.
self-help book. It's a
Okay, I
self-help
like
book a little
self-help
bit.
books.
It's a little bit, but founded in it's founded in native traditional Mexican values. Like
Okay.
I forget who it was. Not I think it's Aztec. There's Aztecs were in Mexico,
Yeah,
right?
the Aztec teachings. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's like it's I think it's either Aztec or like, and there's like, or they're not literally like, but of that era,
Yeah,
not literally from that.
yeah.
Because I think
So
Aztec was like not,
is it like a book of like what are those called, quotes and things, or stories
well,
from?
it's four agreements.
Okay.
It's basically it's four agreements that you make with yourself every single day. And basically it you and like this person, he's like this Mexican dude that straight up just studied these like traditional teachings, and those are the
Hmm.
four agreements that he came to after learning about those. Like
Hmm.
it's basically like he took these teachings and then condensed them down into these four principles. And then there's a second book called The Fifth Agreement. I have not read that one.
Okay.
I'm still halfway through the four agreements. It's a short book, and but the way that I
It's
read it,
intense though, right? It seems like
yeah,
it's a lot to process.
the way that I read it is I literally just I take, like, I have my notebook, and I literally just read like a page or two, and then I just write what I understood from that, and I just reflect on those 2 pages, and then I'll take another 2 pages, and then it's been a little bit since I did that because
It sounds
I
like
haven't been
inner work, like what people call inner work,
yeah,
to
I think so.
dissect things and teachings
Yeah,
and then see how they correlate to yourself and to write it out and process yourself in that way. That sounds like inner work, which
absolutely,
is
1,000%.
as heavy for some people, but necessary. I think, to make you a better person and self aware and all that good stuff.
I get kind of excited sometimes when I read about that and like write about it, because
Yeah.
I come to a lot of realizations about the way that I think about life and I approach life, and it puts you in situations that you wouldn't normally, like, yeah, it's like you can be like, you can like let's say like I had like something in my hand, like
Okay.
it's like a little,
Okay.
and I was going like this, and I feel like we go through life. It's like the way that this is bouncing in my hand right now is is by is based around the shape. So it's like square long. So it's like it's not rolling in my hand,
Right.
So it's like, and I
Not
kind of
going
like,
around based on its shape.
yeah. And I feel like that's what happened. Like my hand right here is life, right?
Okay.
And but then what we do is like when you do that kind of stuff is like you're taking this object and you're like, oh, that's the reason why. That's why it bounces like that. That's why it's like jumping around like that. That's why it's not like
That's
it's
what inner
not like
work is.
yeah,
Understanding.
it's like, and you're like, it's like these like, these like lines, and
That's some
it's
quartz.
that's some chords, yeah. I always keep my little rocks here. Like
Yeah,
this one
that's
too.
right. That's right. Like, I know
Yeah,
that one.
yeah, and then-
Like, that's some quartz.
yeah,
Amethyst. That's some amethyst.
my friends gave them to me a couple of years
That's
ago.
right.
Yeah,
So it's
and
like that. Is you're saying that that's the process, is like understanding why you shake the way you shake,
yeah, and then you're like,
why
and you're
you
like, oh,
move the way you move.
and you're like, oh, look at that little line. Like, look how cool that is. Like, look at the way that kind of reflects off of that. Look at, and then it just kind of grounds you. And then it no longer becomes this, as much as like life goes this
Holding.
way, but
Yeah.
I'm going to go this way because now I know that my shape goes this way. So I wanted to go that
Understand
way.
it. Yeah.
And I wanted to, and it's very much like this whole
How
process of,
scary is it to understand ourselves? Like, how scary is it to see your own bullshit? How scary is it to see? Because I'm saying that because I feel like, as in myself, I'm like, I faced a lot of things through the inner work, and it's been hard. Some things it's like, oh fuck, I am like that, or oh fuck, I need to change. That is not a good thing. I need to change that, or I need to do better that way, or oh, I understand that, or I forgive this.
Hmm. I think
That's
that
that's that's a lot of work.
you gotta be able to give yourself the space. I mean, I find it nowadays a little bit more cathartic, like more just like it makes me more like it's like happy crying, you know. And it's more like it's more like that. It's like it's more like I want to reach that point because I want to be able to feel those tears, and I want to be able to feel that release, that you know, that
You want a cathart?
yes, I want to cathartic. Oh my god, that's another song.
I don't want to fart. I want a cathart. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
That's another song. Oh my god. That's a good one.
We're making hits.
Let's go.
I think I've liked those moments and the way you explain it. It's been hard, but I like the other side. I like the other side. The going
Mm,
through it, not so much. The becoming aware of the things, not so much. But the other side, which is when I do, the understanding and what comes after you do become aware of those little nooks and crannies inside you that are making you tussle a little odd. It's like, okay, okay, I see myself, and you never get to meet yourself. You will
yeah.
never say, "Hey, I'm Mimi. Great to meet you, Amy." That's never gonna happen. So this is our best way, I guess, to meet ourselves, right? Is through
You're always meeting yourself.
say more.
Always. Like I said, the I mean, this is something that the book also covers, but it's like the world is a giant mirror.
Mm.
So what you experience of others is what you see in yourself. If you see beauty in someone, that's beauty in you. If you see anger, that's something that you're uncomfortable with about yourself. There's nothing
Oh,
that can reach you
we're just
in here.
reflections. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
it's
all
like there
reflections of you.
exactly. So you're always meeting yourself. Every single time you meet another person, it's you. And 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 how are you going to treat that person? Are you going to be patient with them? Are you patient with yourself? Like if they speak to you a certain way, are you going to take it a certain way? Or are you going to try to be like, you know, and it's okay to feel pain too. It's okay to feel, it's um like for example, um it doesn't always apply to anger and stuff like that. It's also like sadness or things like that as well. Like and also joy. I mean, yeah. But let's say before I left LA, I was
Mm,
working with this one like musician, and they were super kind at first when I was doing the stuff that they wanted me to do and help them out
mm-hmm,
and stuff, and they were sweet and like. But then I put up a boundary, and they were like, and I took it to heart. Like I took it real heavy because I had been giving them a lot, like a
mm,
lot. and and they and I was like I was really sad, and at first I was like really sad because they hurt me, and I'm like why do I keep doing this to myself?
mm,
And I said it's like, and at first I was like sad about that they hurt me, but it's not because they hurt me. Then well, that's the thing. I was sad because they hurt me. But
mm-hmm.
then I got really sad about, I'm like, why do I keep doing
Making
this
his choices
to
to make this
me?
happen. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
why do I keep doing this to me? And it's like and it's very much like and it's like it's a repetitive pattern in my life that I'm trying to step out of because I like giving. I'm a giver,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Same.
But
Yeah.
and it's like and it's one of those things where like
We need reciprocity, Gia. I think we
reciprocity.
reciprocity. We don't think we
Oh,
need
like
reciprocity?
oh, you're talking about.
Yeah,
I know. I was like, I was
give
saying
and
I didn't
take.
understand. Okay, so like give and take. I mean, but here's the
Yeah,
thing though. But here's the crazy part, and here's the whole thing is like if you're giving, right?
yeah.
What from what place are you giving? Now, is it because you expect something in return, or is it because you just
You're
want to
giving.
give?
Yeah.
And is that who you are? Is it unconditional? And what's the truest form of unconditional giving? And like
Not expecting nothing.
and that means literally, and that's the crazy part, is that literally means not even expecting a thank you. You're doing it for you ultimately.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, and it's literally like, and that's okay. You know, it's like, and you have to be okay with that, because
Mm-hmm.
what the thing that fills your heart is the action. And it's about filling your heart, filling your cup. You're always filling your cup. You can never give and not receive something in return
Right.
if you're giving from a place of, I'm giving to, because the world is a mirror, and how you see somebody is who you are in here. So if you're
Right.
giving to someone, you're giving to you.
Right.
Always. Always.
Right.
So how can you regret giving to you?
You can. Yeah. So then in that case, reciprocity wouldn't even be necessary because you can't. You'll never lack.
And that was
You're
the
giving from
conclusion.
a place that never, never you'll never run out.
Exactly. Because it's
Mm.
always a feedback loop. It's mental gymnastics in a lot of ways, but it's a
Mm.
feedback loop. You know, it's very much like, and that was the conclusion I came to when I was feeling this way. I don't
Mm.
anymore because they did not respect some boundaries. And so
Mm-hmm.
it's like, I'm like, okay.
Nope.
But
Yeah.
yeah, and it's something I'm giving me.
Mm,
And
that's
I
right.
mean, to be honest, if I kept talking to them, I would have met some crazy people, and like it would have been awesome.
Mm.
But like I didn't like the fact that they couldn't take that boundary, and that's okay. And it's like, I mean, and that's where they were at that moment. You know, they were going through their stuff, and like, and you know, it's not.
What was meant for you is for you. I don't think we need to
Yeah,
go through barbed wire to get what's on the other side. Apparently, that's not for me. If it's barbed and I'm having to cut, it's cutting me to try to get there.
yeah. Even like,
So
I mean, that's how I felt about LA too. You know, it's like I didn't want to leave. I did not want to leave. I did not want to leave. But it was time. And who knows? I might be back. You never know.
that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
but it's like, I- but as of right now, like, you know, Costa Rica is my home, and like, and I feel like uh, this is still like, I feel like I still have work here to do, like out here. And it's one of those things where like I have a lot, um I have, like, you know, like this whole like little community of people I've been meeting, and like, it's been, and they're sweethearts. And you know, I think that, you know, not it's like, it's just one of those things that like I feel really, and I kind of want to explore that, because I tend to move a lot. I moved like I've moved a lot. And like, the longest I ever lived anywhere in the last like 16 years was LA.
You want to explore the community, your community at home.
Yeah, that's what I'm always, like, I'm not sure if you ever saw like my videos, like from when I was starting Slow Toke. I was always like really thankful and grateful, because even though I was doing stuff for free, I was, you know, it's still like, because my whole thing was like, I just want to find my home, and like, and like, and build with people that I care about, and
That's right.
like, and you know, and that's the, and so it's like,
That
and
was the
that's
goal.
my,
So it was bigger than money. It gets to be bigger than money.
I mean, at a certain point, it became, because I needed money real bad. I was like,
Hell
I was
yeah.
not like, yeah. I mean,
But
like,
we still need the money. Let's talk to some of these brands real quick. Y'all, we do a lot of things for free. We need to eat. We need to pay our bills. We need to feed our cats. A
yeah,
little tip here and there does not hurt any one of us as creators if you want to help us out. We love all the
yeah.
free, but we also have to live.
You know, yeah, dude, I not to give too much, or like trauma dump, but like hunger and stuff like that. Like, I'm not sure if you realize, I gained a little weight, and I'm really
I
proud about
didn't.
that.
You always look good to me.
Oh, thank you.
I
Uh,
wouldn't have noticed.
I gained a little bit of weight, and I'm really happy about that, because that was the first time in like 2 years that I was able to gain weight. I was able to
Mm,
gain weight. I was going through like a lot of stuff out in LA with like hunger and like in the sense that like I had to make decisions, like talking about
Yeah.
feeding your cats. Like I had to make decisions. Do I feed my cats or do I feed me? And this is
Right.
like my last money for like the next like 3 days, and I have
Right.
no food.
And you're
So
not the
it's
kind
like
of person to like ask for help like that or to reach out to people. Yeah,
I was trying
it'd
to
be
reach
like,
out to some people, but then it's like they were kind of turned off by it because it's like, I was also trauma dumping, like, so it's like, and I was very much like worried for my health and
yeah.
like, and but it's like, and that kind of comes off like, whoa, what the I'm like,
It
it's like
can be
imagine
heavy. If you don't have a
it's
way to
heavy.
help, it can be heavy.
Yeah, and that's okay too. So it's like,
Yeah.
and like some people get come through and like help me out, and it's like in the sense of like because of like there's a lot of really kind people, um like that I didn't even end up on the, like, I was like straight up homeless before I left. It's like I straight up, I mean, if it wasn't for my friend, um I'm not sure if they want me to tell people who it was. I'm not sure. I'm like
Don't say it. Don't
I
say it.
like
Don't say it. Don't say
don't
it.
say it.
Let's
Okay, okay,
don't
okay.
say it.
All
Let's
right,
let's leave him as friend.
friend. And they because of them, like I didn't end up on the street, so it's like, so there was people that also came through. And when I didn't, and when I first got in there, it was like 3 days 4 days before I had enough money for food again. And they were like, they bought me food,
Yeah, I
so
didn't
it's like,
know.
it's okay, it's okay. Oh, oh, that's okay.
I didn't know.
No, 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 it's okay, it's okay.
I know, but still.
Oh, no. It's okay.
But we're
Mhm.
here for each
Yeah.
other. And I'm gonna close the show and just let you know
Ah,
that we're here for you. You can always
yeah.
call me. You have my number. I'm trying to go to Costa
Absolutely.
Rica, get some
Let's
pictures
go.
in the green in the forest. There's you're not the only person right now that that you experience I'm sure there's people in the community right now that I probably know that are going through the same thing. Um, we gotta help each other, y'all. The
Yes.
best we can. What don't I'm not saying bring everybody in your house, but when people do offer you a kindness, be grateful of it, and look out for these artists and these people that are in our community, in the community, creating for the people that make the money. And if anybody that's watching are some of the people that make the money, let's have some awareness that we're all human. um Making sure people that you employ or that are in your vicinity, whoever people are around you, that everybody eat, that everybody sleep, is everything okay? And it's not about taking on people's problems, but more so the actual act of community. It's not just knowing people, it's creating love and creating a space is where we know what's happening and we can help each other as best we can. Because I know that that experience is, it can't just be of one person, and it can't be something that just happened then. uh so let's think of community more like a verb, more like an action word,
I love that. I love what you just said right there. Oh my god. Let's think of
rather
community
than
like
the
a
definition,
verb.
because we have things to do.
Oh, oh, that was so.
You silly. We all have things to do and we all have bills to pay. But I know if I have 10 and she needs one, if we all give 10 cents, that can get to one. There's a way. There's a way. And I know, and I see people trying to save people in other countries. There's somebody next to you that you can be saving. There's somebody you trying to send charities, to people that there's people at home. There's people at home that do things for you. Community.
Yes, absolutely.
Community. And you have my
Absolutely.
number, Gia. Is there anything else that you wanna say? Before I yell at food, go ahead.
Before you yell at food. Oh my god. Uh, I, I'll play. I can play you a
Thank
little
you for
tune.
your art.
Oh, always.
Thank
Yeah,
you for your
that's
fun and for your vibe and every person that has like liked your that you were that the people that watched, they're like, oh my god, Gia, and it was so cool. And like you left a beautiful feeling. You left a beautiful impression on a lot of people. So if that could be reciprocated, if not through cash, in some way, shape, or form, I
yeah.
like reciprocity. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna expect some. I want mine.
Well, that's your boundary too. That's
I
okay.
want mine. Here's my boundary.
Hey, that's all good.
Cause I'm a
That's good
giver.
too. Yeah.
So but yeah, you left beautiful things in Los Angeles, Gia. You left beautiful
Yeah.
feelings.
That's good.
I love
That's
you so much. Give me huggies. Give me huggies.
yeah.
Huggies of
Always,
love.
always, always.
All right, people. That was the Mimi Show. Gia, thank you so much for your time. And
Anytime.
don't
You
go
want me to
away.
play
I
your
have to
song?
click it off. Yes, play for us. Play us a tune.
Oh,
Play
let's
us
see.
I
Let's
Want
see.
a Cathart.
I want a cathartic. Well,
Play us I
no,
Want a
no,
Cathart.
no. Let's see. Let's see. Does it sound okay for you there? Okay.
Yeah,
All right, all
that
right,
sounds
all right.
good.
Let's see.
Here we
Let's
go.
see. Let's. Oh, what song should I play, y'all?
Play Creep.
A creep? All right, all right. I got you. I got to take off my headphones here for that.
Do it. Do it. Do what you got to.
I gotta actually let me see something because it's I gotta turn this down a little bit
Okay. It sounds
because
good.
it's because
It doesn't.
I get loud.
Oh,
Yeah, hold on.
you want okay. Or
Is it
you want to
softer now?
step back or you yeah, it's soft.
Yeah,
It
I'm gonna
is.
step back a little bit here.
Yeah, that's good.
Let's see. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Okay, that's way too loud. Let's see. All right, that's good. That's good. That's good. All
Give
right,
it
here
to
we
me,
go.
Gia. Do it. Give it to the people.
I'm gonna go like this, and then I'm gonna have to step away because I think it has denoising or something like that. So
Do
let's
your
see.
thing.
When you were here before. Couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather. In a beautiful world. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special. But I'm a creep. I'm aware. Though, what the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have I'm not around. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm aware. Oh, what the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. They're running out the door. They run. They run. 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 They run. They run. They run. 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 Whatever makes you happy. Whatever you want. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm weird. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here.
That was so beautiful.
Oh, let's go.
And that was the Mimi Show. Gia, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Don't hang
having me.
up.
I appreciate you.
Don't hang up.